Hello, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having an amazing day. Today is going to be a collaboration video with Noemi from Scandish Home. Noemi's channel is all about her Scandish home. She's a minimalist who is living an eco-friendly life. Her home is absolutely beautiful and her kitchen tour is a must-see, as well as the rest of her videos touring her house and her lifestyle. I love her channel, it is so calming, and I just can't wait to hear her answers to these questions. Question number one, what was the first step you did towards minimalism? My first step towards minimalism was coming to the realization that we had a ton of things in our house that we simply did not use. I started in the kitchen because I thought that would be the easiest place to get rid of duplicate items and items that I was keeping just in case I needed that I never used. Comment below and let me know, are you becoming minimalist and what was your journey? I love hearing about people's journeys. Question number two, what is the biggest accomplishment you've got with minimalism? My biggest accomplishment that you can physically see is our home. Before, we had tons of extra furniture that we didn't use. Any extra little area, I would put a table there. I would put doodads and knickknacks on top of the table to decorate, and I got rid of all of those extra things that we didn't use that were clogging up our home. And now people that used to come to my house before we minimized have come in and said, wow, this place looks so much bigger. For me personally, the biggest change has been the way I look at life, the way I do everything. I no longer waste time in front of the TV and mindlessly watch hours of silly programs that weren't teaching me anything, and I don't do that anymore. We got rid of cable and now we just have the basic channels for free that we barely ever watch. If we do, it's usually news. And the other thing I've done is I started to take back my hobbies that I once had. So I'm working on art, I'm making these videos, I'm just doing so many things. Reading, I had stopped reading for a long time because I just felt I didn't have the time. And then when I really started to analyze where I was spending my time, it was on completely pointless things. So that was a huge transformation for me. Number three, what does minimalism mean to you? So minimalism to me means whatever you feel you want it to mean. So for me, it means living with the items that we use, that we love. And for me, it's living in a home that really functions and has everything put away into a certain spot. So I feel if I can't find a spot for something, maybe I shouldn't have it, or maybe I should get rid of something that is in the spot and keep the more useful item. And the one thing that I am finding with minimalism is that I really enjoy having the open spaces. Before, I felt the more we could fit in, the better, and now I feel, wow, can we get rid of some of that stuff so there's more space in the area and we can find things quicker. I've found nothing but positive things from minimalism. And I also have found that I really think about what I am buying before I buy it. So I will look online, I will look at reviews, and I will really question whether I need the item and how it's going to help me, and is it the best item to be bringing into my house. Number four, what is your goal and why are you doing minimalism? So my goal with minimalism is to live in a house where there aren't any items that we don't use and any items that we are keeping just in case, or any items that I am keeping that I feel I'm keeping them out of guilt because it was given to me or it was my yearbook. I mean, I just don't want to keep things because I feel I have to keep them. I want to keep them because I really want to keep the items. Never even thought that I still had this much stuff to get rid of, and there's probably even more. One goal I have is eventually to do some kind of long-term traveling, and I don't mean necessarily sell everything we own and go live in a car or something crazy like that. I'm talking about maybe we could go for 6 months somewhere and rent our house out. I don't know. I just feel the possibility is there. And if we think about it and we come up with a plan to get there, it is possible. And that is maybe a long-term goal that could happen eventually. By clearing out my house, I feel it makes the goal more attainable and easier to visualize in my head the possibility of it actually happening. Number 5, does your partner like being minimal, and is this something you guys decided on together? My husband and I have always really been somewhat minimal. We've never purchased items that we didn't need or couldn't use, and we never wasted money on really high-priced items. We've always bought secondhand anyway, just because we didn't have the money and we thought it was a better deal. So the thing is, he already lived pretty minimalist, and he even told me when he was living with flatmates when in his 20s that he had one set of dishes because he got fed up with his flatmates using all his dishes. So he just had one cup, one plate, one fork, spoon, knife that he kept in his bedroom that he would bring out and use, wash, and put back in his bedroom. So he really already lived very minimalist. And really it came to both of us when we watched the documentary. Well, first we quit cable, which led us to getting Netflix, which led us to watching the documentary Becoming Minimalist. And then it was a snowball effect from there. I got inspired. I said, wow, there's so many things that we could get rid of in our house. And I don't think we both thought, oh, we're gonna call ourselves minimalist. We're gonna be minimal. It was just a natural progression that started with one change, which was getting rid of cable, snowballing into a lot of changes. And I just have to say it was nothing but positive, and both of us are definitely on the same page. We don't like to waste money. I think that's what minimalism has done for me, is really put everything into perspective. Number 6, did minimalism lead you to be more eco-friendly, or was it the other way around? Minimalism 100% led us to being more eco-friendly. I think what it did was it made us naturally think about what we were purchasing, what we were keeping in our house, which of course, when you start looking up minimalism, you come across a lot of information about being eco-friendly, how to save the earth, all that kind of stuff. And for us, when we were looking at ways to cut things that we were buying out of our budget, out of our lives, one huge one was we were buying throwaway plastic water bottles for him to take to work. We thought, oh, that's the only way for him to get water at work because they're small enough to fit into a lunchbox. It's just crazy, but we quit buying water bottles. I bought him 2 reusable water bottles that he can just fill every single morning before he goes to work. I don't know why I didn't think about this sooner. We do have a water purifier, so it was very simple to do that. And that has obviously cut down on a huge amount of plastic that we were just using and not even thinking about. I think most people, when they're not being eco-friendly, it's not because they're really trying to destroy the earth. I think it's just, you just don't think about these things. You just think, oh, it can be recycled, but really it can't be recycled. And even the recycling process is still taking a toll on the earth. So it really led me to start thinking about what I'm consuming and what I can cut out. I mean, I am not zero waste, I'm not even low waste, but I'm trying my hardest to come up with different ideas, reusable ideas that I can use instead of the one-use plastics. Small changes can amount to a large change. Think if everybody stopped using plastic water bottles, if everybody stopped using plastic one-use bags at the grocery store. So you can make a change. It isn't necessarily easy and it is more work, obviously, but once you get used to something, it becomes a habit, and then it's how you do it. It's easy. So definitely 100% looking into minimalism and starting to declutter led us to trying to be more eco-friendly and thinking about what we're consuming. If you wanted to stop by Noemi's channel, Scandish Home, she really is a very wonderful person. I've talked to her on the phone and I'm so happy that we connected, and I'm sure if you like my channel, you are going to love her channel. So thank you so much for watching. And also, if you're new here, I would love for you to subscribe. My channel is all about our journey to becoming minimal and our simple living lifestyle. So thank you so much, and I will see you next time.